It's important that we take a look at the current situation right now, which is happening in Gaza here. More than 250,000 have been displaced from Gaza in the past month. I think that's a low estimate here, but this is according to UN official figures here. The Israelis claim that Gaza City is a Hamas stronghold and that 450,000 have left. So on that issue of how this is being framed in propaganda, let's take a look at this report from ABC News. This pretty much is in a nutshell how the U.S. media, mainstream media, is covering this, and it's absolutely appalling.
The Israeli military says its forces are expanding their activities in Gaza City. Hundreds of thousands of people are being forced from their homes, and most have nowhere to go. Tom Sufi Burridge is in Tel Aviv and just spoke to a spokesperson from the IDF. Tom, what are they telling you?
I challenged them on the evidence that they've got that Hamas is using all of those high-rise buildings in Gaza, which we've seen demolished by the IDF. But he suggested that Hamas is using some of those buildings as lookout points, basically, onto areas of Gaza City where the IDF is operating. You know, he reiterated points that the IDF has said before, that the IDF says it is doing everything in its power to try and mitigate the risk to civilians, the human toll. That said, of course, the latest figures from the Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry are 65,000 people killed in this war.
What was that term that he used there?
The Hamas-controlled Gaza Ministry of Health.
This is the same kind of thing as the full-scale invasion of Ukraine. They're using these buzzwords that actually go across every mainstream media channel, and they have to use them.
They have to use them to discredit any of the claims or figures or death figures coming out of Gaza. That's why that so-called journalist used that caveat. This is a journalist, British journalist for the American outlet, standing there saying that he's in Tel Aviv and he just got done speaking to the IDF spokesperson. That is the extent of mainstream journalism. They're not allowed to go into Gaza. They can only sit there and wait for breadcrumbs of information from the IDF spokesperson. And do you think that's going to be objective? Do you think it's going to be fact-based? And then he goes on to basically smear the Gaza Ministry of Health, calling it Hamas. Oh, and I challenged him. They said it was going to be a quick operation. Critics say it could take months. So here we are arguing about the timeline of this illegal ethnic cleansing operation and this genocide, this annihilation of the native Palestinian population. And the mainstream journalists there, playing tag team between the anchor and the so-called reporter on the ground, have herded their audience into a cul-de-sac. Unbelievable. After 2 years, that's the best these people can do. It's disgusting. If you wonder why Americans are clueless about what's happening in Gaza, this is why.